I have been researching my family for over 15 years with Ancestry.com, visits to the county archives, and interviewing family members who have since passed on. It has left me with even more questions and no answers. Allow me to begin with my paternal side because this is unsettling to myself and my 83-year-old father. All his life he believed he was Alfredo Corpus. Until recently we discovered he's not. For the last 8 decades, my father believed his name was Alfredo Cortez Corpus, aka Alfred, born 1939 in San Antonio, Texas. Alfred has always known his birth mother, Alicia Guerra, born in Piedras Negras, Mexico, and believed his birth father was Pedro Corpus. Although Alfred's birth record listed Pedro Corpus as father, it includes a different person as mother. After further research, I discovered that the 2 people listed on Alfred's birth record are not his birth parents. As it turns out, Pedro Corpus was Alfred's stepfather, marrying his birth mother Alicia Guerra in 1943 when she was 20 years old and Alfred, my father, was 3 years old. Pedro Corpus was a widowed 42-year-old with 6 children of his own, and within this new union, Alicia had 2 children with Pedro. My father, Alfred, recalls it was a troublesome relationship between Alicia and Pedro to the point where it became abusive. From my understanding, it became overwhelming for the 20-something Alicia caring for 9 children, that she walked away from the family. Alicia left it all behind, including my father, Alfred. There was decades of lost contact between mother and son, including the 2 children from the Guerra-Corpus marriage. After understanding more of my father's story, I dug up all the records I could find to solve the mystery of who is Alfred's real birth father. Why would a mother walk away from her children, and why did the stepfather alter my father's birth record listing himself as father and a different mother? With my research of Alfred's birth record, it is a delayed certificate of birth. I enrolled in Ancestry.com to help me connect with any relatives connected with Alicia Guerra and to find any links to solve the mystery that surrounds my father. After completing Ancestry DNA, it left me with even more questions surrounding my paternal side. Alfred's DNA ethnicity resulted in Indigenous American Mexico 55%, Spain 19%, Indigenous America Chile, Portugal, Jewish, Northern Italy and Wales. This new information helped me develop a family tree for Alfred's maternal side but nothing for his paternal side. One awesome thing I found learning about Alfred's DNA of 55% Indigenous American, in the region of Piedras Negras, Mexico and Eagle Pass, Texas is a spiritual healer by the name of Anaco of the Kickapoo tribe. This man is a dead ringer of my father Alfredo. So much so, my father believed it was a picture of himself. Knowing that my father Alfred has a high percentage of Native American leaves me wondering if this has something to do with his birth father, or am I off track and hit another brick wall? This is a gift I desperately want to give my father, to know the truth, tell him who he really is, give him his real name and to settle his heart and mind. On my maternal side, it is shrouded in similar mystery as with my father. My mother, Mary Cecilia Jimenez, was born in 1955 in Houston, Texas. Her birth parents are Rosendo Jimenez and Andrea Silva. It has always been clear about my mother's maternal side, not the same for her paternal side. Mary has heard of family tales that surrounded her father, Rosendo. From being kidnapped as a young child for a woman that couldn't have children, to Rosendo's birth mother having to give up her son, for she feared being disowned by her family because she fell in love outside of her class and became pregnant. For the past 6 decades, my mother believed her father Rosendo Jimenez, born 1909 in San Antonio, Texas, to parents Mateo Jimenez and Jesucita Hernandez, was true. Until early 2022, I unearthed court documents from 1952 requesting a name change for Roberto Duran to Rosendo Jimenez. According to court documents, from the age of 3 months Rosendo Jimenez, aka Roberto Duran, was raised by Mateo and Jesucita Jimenez, and requested to adopt the name Rosendo Jimenez because he recognized them as his parents. This new information has made an impact on my mother by questioning the old family stories of a mother giving up her son or the unthinkable of being kidnapped by the Jimenez. We still beg the question. Why? Again, we used Ancestry DNA to help uncover the mystery of Mary's paternal side with the help of her brother to examine the Y DNA. To my surprise, Mary's DNA ethnicity shows Indigenous Americas 55%, Spain 14%, England/Northwest Europe 14%, including Portugal, Wales, Scotland, and Sweden. Even with this knowledge, there are so many twists and turns on both sides of my family. On my father's side. Who is Alfred's real father? What is his real surname? Now at the age of 83, he hopes to find the truth before he passes from this life. With his Native American roots, are we connected to the Kickapoo tribe? With my mother's side, why did Mary's father change his name to Rosendo Jimenez? Who is his real family? And was he kidnapped? Including the discovery of Mary's 55% Native American ethnicity, where is the connection? Does it come from Mary's maternal side? Having both my parents half Indigenous, my Ancestry DNA confirms my ethnicity of 54% Native American. I always believed and felt the close ties to Native American culture. It has been a missing part of my life that was lost. Hopefully, I'm able to get it back. With the help of Henry Louis Gates Jr. and the Finding Your Roots team, I can have the opportunity to find the answers to our family's mystery and give us the priceless gift of knowledge. Knowing the experiences of my ancestors and understanding the reasons behind the choices they made, I hope to uncover my family history. Most importantly, passing their life, legacy, and culture to my children. As well as being able to know who we are and where we come from. Keeping my fingers crossed. Monica Smith. Kingwood, Texas.